What's up, everybody? Chivo 2410 here with Bangtail CBGs. First video of the new channel. Just want to say hey to everyone, give you a heads up on what we've got going on. We've got all kinds of exciting things happening coming up here. Got the website starting real soon, probably in the next couple of weeks or so. Just wanted to show you what we've got on the bench and some of the projects we've currently got up and going. This first one here, this one is an Ashton box. I don't know where I got the box from. I got it a while ago, but I've probably been working on this for a couple of days now. The neck itself, it's a maple neck with maple fretboard. I personally like to build all of my own necks. It's just something that I prefer doing. I know there's a lot of good quality stuff out there on the market. I just personally like to do it myself. I think it gives me a sort of satisfaction at the end once you get things finished, get them strung up and hear what they sound like, knowing that you built it from scratch. Not really a whole lot to show you on this as of this point right now. I did flip this box because I like the way it fit better. I know it looks really rough right now, but the logo, it's going to all be covered eventually with some kind of finish. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, either paint it or, sand it down and finish it, but that's a project we've got up and going. That should be done, I would say, in the next week or so. But really, pretty simple, pretty easy. I do like the grain in this wood. It's got a real nice look. The headstock, that's pretty standard for me. I traditionally do most of the same style headstocks. I like the way they look. I think they fit the CBGs really well, and it gives them a little bit of character. Nuts, all the nuts I do are all bone nut. Usually I'll do a bone saddle as well. I will eventually do a tailpiece on this. I've never been a huge fan of neck through CBGs, although there's nothing wrong with them. It's just my personal preference. I personally like to make the necks run all the way through the box and then secure at the tail end. And, for any kind of maintenance you have to do to it, if you ever have to straighten a neck or whatever, it's just simple to unscrew the neck through the back end and take it out and do whatever you need to do. I never glue necks in. I believe that gluing the necks in just doesn't give you very much versatility on doing any kind of repairs or adjustment. But that's that one. Next one we've got going here, this is a Fuente box. Again, I don't know where I got it from. It's just been around forever, but looks kind of rough now, but we're going to clean it up. This one I'm building for a friend's Mexican restaurant that they opened a few months ago. It's going to have the restaurant logo covering the Fuente logo. This one has got the Mexican flag colors for position markers on the fretboard. This one has a maple neck, rosewood fretboard, and bone nut. Have to finish shaping that. That's just temporarily thrown in there for now. It's got some cheap knockoff tuners. These were just thrown in just to get the layout correct and everything. Eventually I'm going to put some Grover Vintage tuners in it. I really like the Grover Vintage tuners because they just kind of add a pretty good feel, in my opinion, to the whole cigar box guitar thing. And they actually work really well. They stay in tune really well, and I just like them. I'm kind of partial to them. I have Fenders, Gibsons, all kinds, Schallers. I've got all kinds of stuff, but I've just become accustomed to using the Grover Vintage tuners. I just like the look and feel. Next one, this Perdomo box. Excuse me. I've had this box sitting on my bench for probably about 6 months or so. Never really knew what I was going to do with it. But one weekend I came out, build the neck, again maple neck, rosewood fretboard, fretless, and just a mock-up tuner on there. I got a little anxious the other weekend and threw it together just to see what it would sound like. Still have to do some work on the nut slot, straighten that out, shape the nut and everything. But I got a little, like I said, I got a little anxious, wanted to throw it together and hear what it sounded like. It actually sounds pretty good for being such a thick box. Bridge and tailpiece were just a couple of pieces that I had laying around, but I will build a couple of real nice pieces for it. Just wanted to get these in and see what they sounded like. And the box actually sounds pretty good for being really thick, but overall it has it's a diddly bow, What do you expect out of a diddly bow? It's got a little vibration because that brass saddle back there, but we'll get rid of that and we'll make it sound real nice. Overall, eventually this thing will be up for sale once we get it all cleaned up and finished up. Let's work our way over here to some of the almost finished projects. This first one, this Java box, a box I came across not too long ago. I actually got this box from a friend. I do like the all wood boxes. I've kind of been partial to those for a long time. I think they sound the best. I've never been a huge fan of paper wrap boxes. If I can use an all wood box, I will. This one has tailpiece that I put on it made out of rosewood. This one I still haven't finished a bridge for it. I just put this temporary bridge in there just to get some sound out of it and do some setup on it. The label's peeling on this. I will take that off and do something with the finish, make it look a lot better. And this one actually has a black walnut neck with a rosewood fretboard. Bone nut. This one does have the Grover tuners on it. I do like these. Like I said, I am a little partial to them. This is pretty traditional look for a lot of the stuff that I do. This one sounds really good. The sustain on it is really good. I think once I get a better bridge on it, it'll sound a lot better, but the box itself does sound pretty good. Sustain on it is pretty good even without having the top secured down yet, but that's kind of traditional look of what I like to build. Tailpiece, again, my necks go all the way through the box, come into the tail end of the box, and then they screw into there. So if for any reason I ever have to take the neck out, I can do any kind of neck adjustments or that. This Oliva box, I started this build probably about 3 months ago. Spent a couple weekends on it, got it to this point and put it on the shelf and kind of let it sit for a bit. It's about 80% done. This one again has maple neck with maple fretboard, knockoff tuners. Just again, I'll probably put some, I think I have some fenders that I set up for this that work really nice, some higher end fenders. But this one is kind of unique. It has almost a banjo sound to it. It's got the 3-string pickup in it that I got from CBG. I think they call them the Delta Blues pickups. I don't remember. But they do sound pretty good, and I do like the separate volume and tone control. This one I had built a while ago, as I said earlier, and this one has a metal tailpiece on it. I don't normally do these anymore. I haven't been a big fan of this after I had done it, but I think this tailpiece gives this one a pretty unique sound. It almost has a banjo sound to it, which is pretty cool. I don't know, it's unique. It's just unique from the rest of the ones that I've built, and I do like the sound of it. It's very, very, has its own feel. I don't know, I think it sounds pretty good. Anyways, that's some of the stuff we've got going right now. We'll have a lot more videos coming up. Sorry for the shaky camera work. My good camera kind of took a dump on me, so I'm using my cell phone. But yeah, hit that like button, subscribe definitely, and hit the notification bell. We'll be uploading a bunch of new videos coming up here, and I will keep everybody in the loop and what's happening on the website. A lot of these projects you see will be listed on the website here shortly. And thanks for watching. Appreciate it. Have a good one.